easy shot. It's like you hit your driver. It's like 90 out to the green. But on the second one, it's a par five, and it's like a boomerang.
Yeah. So
right.
number one from number four. If we hit our drive to the center of the green,
70 yards out.
it's 225 yards to the green. How do you read this? Why is there B and A?
Well, isn't that the pin position?
Canyon Springs is located on San Antonio's northwest side, just north of the 1604 Loop. Nothing screams welcome to this Texas Hill Country ladder than passing those two mighty Longhorns on their way to the first tee. That was my first impression at Canyon Springs Golf Club. In the old days, the Canyon Springs was the site of the last stagecoach out of town. A saber-toothed tiger's remains were found in an underground cave just minutes away. And since the mid-1800s, only two families lived, ranched, and farmed here. On the first hole, it was considered easy and welcoming. It played short for a par 4 with a downhill fairway with lots of room. Even though we landed our balls out of bounds a little bit to the right, we all could get out and got us some pars. Hole number 2 with par 5 was narrow from the tee box to the mid-fairway. Then it rose uphill and opened up to the green. Hole number 3 had a forgiving par 3. I think it was a great way to start with an effortless number 1, follow the compelling number 2, and come back with a relaxing pace at number 3. In the front nine, hole number 6 was unique and interesting with a split fairway. It looked easy to hit the ball from the front tee box's positions on the right, but I failed to land it on the green and lost the ball in the middle with rocks, tall grass, and several trees. Throughout the day, there were multiple holes with cart path only. Fairway was generous throughout the courts, wide open with mostly pecan and oak trees that lined them. Most greens were nice and in good shape. The staff from the clubhouse to the beverage cart was attentive and friendly. We definitely had a great experience golfing here. Talking about the positive side, I also managed to hit some good shots. I was excited to try out the new putter I've recently bought. We went to the PGA Tour store the day before and got fitted. I ended up purchasing this Odyssey White Hot OG. To be frank, this is not the look that I'm in love with, but the grip, the length, and the feel were on point. It made me feel better and more confident when putting.
Wow. Good putt. She's on fire.
After completing the front nine, we passed the small clubhouse and came up to the spectacular view at hole number 10. It is where you're at the highest point on the property and next to the driving range. Hole number 13 was probably the shortest one in the back nine with an easy swing. Hole 15 was the last par 5 and had a generous fairway to the green. Hole 17 was the last par 3 and could be tricky for those who played in the back tee boxes like black, blue, or white. There was trouble everywhere. Hitting to the left is out of bounds, and hitting to the right is where you land your ball in the sand or in the oaks. Behind the 18 green, Canyon Springs has a signature waterfall that cascades down into the creek. I was disappointed the water was not flowing that day. Maybe it was reserved for only special events, but the scenery was still fascinating and memorable. Before heading back home, we decided to stay at the Canyon Springs Grill and Bar inside the clubhouse. The bar featured a big screen television with an extensive beer and wine selection. Their cocktails were limited on the menu, but we could ask the bartender to make us some classic cocktails. With food, I wanted to try everything here, but had my eyes on the fire stick. Unfortunately, they were out, so I decided to have their Texan Crush Burger, which was satisfying with some crispy fries on the side. And that was how we ended the day at this historical and beautiful hill country golf course.